our first file that we're going to create under the src directory will be the products class. So we're going to go to Java, and this would be products. Let's create it. There you go. And in it, we're going to have our attributes. We're going to have our constructors, maybe one, maybe two. We're going to have our mutators here, and we're going to have our accessors, and we're going to have our toString method for this one. Okay, great. So what else can we do with this? Well, we're going to need another class, which will be a node that will have the product as a payload. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to have another class called product node. Okay. And it will also have its own attributes. And we're going to see some special cases here that allow us to do the linking of these nodes as we create the product linked list. So what we need to do now is also have another file called, and this would be the actual product linked list. Okay. And in the product linked list, we're going to have all the methods associated with the linked list in terms of insertion, removal of an item, etc. So any management needed for, so anything for managing the list will be done here. All right, so again, we're going to have a product attributes which will have the product ID, for example, depending how you want your product ID to be, you can have it as a string or as an integer. Let's make it as an integer, int product ID. And let's say we have string will be the name of the product, right? And we may have double the unit price, and maybe an int for quantity on hand. Okay, so these will be the attributes that describe a particular product. We're going to create a node of that kind of products, and we get to see later on what kind of attributes will be appropriate, so we can actually have a list. And then here, what methods would we need, right, to be able to manage this list? And then our last file will be the actual program, and that would be the testing of the application, and finally the finalized version of the application. So let's call it, so for this project, I call it the inventory control project. Let's call it inventory control version 1, just in case. And this will have main in it, and we're going to be testing the application from here. So we need these three files. So we need to define what a product class would look like, what a product node would look like, what a product link list or products link list would look like, and then we'll test everything here. Eventually we can test each one individually, and then we'll test the whole application. So I will see you again as we fill in all the blanks that I've set up in here. See you then.